Hey guys, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to do like a Sephora favorites video while you guys are already being kind of smacked in the face by YouTube right now from everyone's like Sephora favorites. Why not add to that? First of all, I just want to say, I keep seeing other people's Sephora videos and lately it's been like, is the sale worth it? Like in this economy, yes, the answer is yes. If you have things at Sephora that you want to buy, absolutely wait for the sale. And yes, a sale is worth it. Like if you can save yourself even $5, that is worth it, okay? Like that's a coffee, all right? Which is crazy to say, but that's a coffee. That's a small coffee, okay? But like, absolutely, it blows me away lately when I see these videos that are like, is the Sephora sale worth it? Like, well, I don't know about you if you're rich, but if you're not rich, it is absolutely worth it. Save whatever money you can. Anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there. Those are my 2 cents, okay? Let's start off with concealers. So I'm gonna show you my favorites and then I'm gonna do a couple of honorable mentions for you guys. One of my absolute favorites is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. This is such a fantastic product. And I know that if you're like a millennial or younger, you might have these thoughts of Estee Lauder just being like the thickest of the thick and just like so aging, so outdated, you know, all of that. But this, I can't speak to the other products, but I could speak to this. This concealer is fantastic. Natasha Denona, these are amazing, amazing, amazing. So I have her concealer right here, and then I have one of her color correctors right here. Both are amazing. Like, I'm going to overuse that word today. Amazing, beautiful, fantastic. They're gonna be overused. So, fantastic product, 10 out of 10, love it. Another favorite of mine, newly favorite, is this NARS Soft Matte Concealer. So, I was really shocked by this because I only got it recently because I was so nervous. Since it's a matte formula and I have dry skin, I was so nervous that it was just gonna be like patchy, dry, like all the things that I don't want. I was worried it was gonna be that. It's actually stunning, such a gorgeous formula, and I love to use it. I'll show you later in the brushes section, but there's a NARS brush and it is just a great combo, love it. So even if you're dry, I would still give this NARS Matte Concealer a shot. It's really good stuff. I have so many foundations, but as many foundations as I have, not too many of them are from Sephora. So I feel like this is one of those categories where like, I'm not gonna have a ton to show you. Not to say that there aren't great formulas at Sephora. There are so many, so many. I just use a bunch of other brands as well. Here is the Prada foundation. I love this. I'm pretty sure it's labeled as like a matte foundation. To me, it's not. Not that there's like shimmer or luminosity per se, but it just looks incredibly natural. My only qualm with this foundation, and it has nothing to do with the formula, is the color range. So I have shade LN5, and even though that is like the lightest, it's still not like light or warm enough. And I went and I looked at swatches of the light warm 5, they still look way too dark. So even though warmer would suit me better, it just wouldn't match, and I would have to mix it with something to lighten it up. So if they come out with like an LW1 or 2, that would be fantastic. But until then, I'm just gonna make this work. But if you can find your shade, this formula is really great, really, really beautiful. Another good one is the Dior Backstage. This is really nice. It is lightweight, light coverage, and it is waterproof. This is really nice if you want just like light, natural coverage, want it to be waterproof. This is a really good formula. Another one I like is this CL Tint and Protect. So I guess this is technically labeled as a skin tint as opposed to a foundation, but I would argue that it actually gives pretty good coverage. I'm not saying it is like full coverage or anything like that by any means, but it gives more coverage than I was expecting. I almost feel like nowadays, so many things are labeled as a skin tint, and I feel like they give a lot more coverage than what I think a skin tint would give me. So this is one of those, and it is really beautiful. I feel like it does have like a luminosity to it, but without being shimmery, you know? Like there's not sparkle or shimmer in it, but it does just look really luminous on your skin. You look really healthy with it. It's a beautiful formula. Okay, so next step would be face powders. A really beautiful one is the NARS Light Reflecting one. This is gorgeous, such a gorgeous setting powder. It's basically translucent, but there is like light reflecting qualities to it. So it just manages to kind of blur out your imperfections per se. Just, I don't know, like perfect the skin in this really minimal way. I hope I'm making sense right now. It's a beautiful setting powder. It doesn't provide any coverage or color. It's literally just going to set your foundation or your concealer. But I never look cakey with it. I never look dry with it. No complaints. Great, great formula. Love this stuff. I just got this year. Well, I think it came out this year. This Say translucent setting powder. The slip tint. This is another one that's really beautiful. It definitely does also have a luminosity to it. Now it's not, again, it's not shimmery or anything like that, but lightweight, sets your foundation or your concealer, looks natural, really pretty. All right, so next is the Kosas powders. I have the Kosas pressed powder right here. And then I also have the Kosas loose powder that they have right here. So I love both formulas. They are great. So great. All of the powders, by the way, that I'm showing you obviously are gonna be good for dry skin, like normal to dry, because that's just what I have. I love the Hourglass finishing powders. And I have so many of the Hourglass powders in general that I got lazy and I just brought out one of the palettes. So this one came with two different finishing powders. They're gorgeous. I love them. So just to note, they are finishing powders. They are not quite setting powders. However, if you have dry skin, then a lot of times you kind of can get away with a finishing powder almost as a setting powder, if that makes sense. Just because since you are more on the dry side, your liquid or cream makeup isn't really going to be moving a whole lot. You're not really producing so much oil throughout the day that you really do need to like set that down. You know what I mean? Okay, so for blush, one of my absolute favorites is the Valentino Eye to Cheek blush powders. These are so beautiful. This is my favorite color. It's 09. That's my favorite. I love this one so much. Hourglass blushes, gorgeous, stunning, 10 out of 10. Can't go wrong with them. None of them are incredibly pigmented, so I feel like a wide range of people can get away with most of the shades. So beautiful. The Merit Flush Bombs, these are so cute. They're so cute. They're just so effortlessly beautiful, you know? If you're in a rush or you just want to look really like natural and like dewy and balmy, these are perfect. I have a bunch of the shades in this. This is a really nice, wearable, easy product to wear. I really enjoy this one from the Sephora collection, and this actually has 3 different blush formulas in it. So there's a cream one here, and I love that it comes with like a case on top of it, a little cover. Then you have a matte formula and a shimmery formula. And I kind of love the simplicity of that, how it's all just like packaged together for you. It's all kind of color coordinated. Really great value. Sephora collection pretty much always is a really great value. Personally, I haven't found too many duds of theirs. Sephora collection is pretty solid, honestly. The Pat McGrath Labs Divine Blush. These are classics. They are classic for a reason. They're just beautiful. They are pigmented without being overly pigmented. For me personally, when it comes to my blush, I want it to show, but I don't want it to be the first thing you see on my face. You know, I love the subtlety of a blush. So this is a great one in my eyes. All right, bronzer is next. So these Westman Atelier bronzing drops, oh my God, these are, they're beautiful. Gorgeous, I tell you, gorgeous, okay? Yes, they are a little messy to use. I do kind of wish that the applicator was a little smaller in diameter, just because I feel like a lot of product comes out when you will drop it out on your hand or on your palette, however you're using it. A lot of product comes out, but the product itself is just like so worth it to me. I love it. It is a beautiful matte formula, but again, it's matte without looking dry and dusty and ashy. It's it still looks like skin, if that makes sense. Beautiful formula. Love this stuff. Cannot recommend it enough. The Makeup by Mario Skin Enhancer. Love this. I love it so much. It's just like an undupable formula. The next one is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt. So this I love because I love the shade. I wish that they had this shade in the Skin Enhancer, but they do have different finishes. This one is definitely more on the luminous side, like you could see some of that pearl in there. So it's a lot more luminous than the Skin Enhancer over here. So again, both beautiful products, and I am not upset to have both. The Soft Sculpt, this one it's more of like a gel formula and it will dry down. This one is more sheer and more balmy. And not to say that it stays sticky or anything like that, it's not, but it is more balmy, you know? And I told you guys, I got lazy, so I love the Hourglass bronzers. This is actually my favorite bronzer shade in this palette. I got really lucky with that. So this is their Diffused Bronze Light. I love it. Oh, it's so beautiful. Mwah, chef's kiss, amazing, love it. So happy to have it in my collection. Okay, so highlighters. I have highlighters and I love highlighters. I don't have too many from Sephora specifically. So I have Kava from Merit. This is their cream highlighter formula. I love this. It looks very natural. It doesn't give you like a color. Very humectant. Again, for Merit, it's like very balmy in texture. It does have a little bit of tack to it. So like if you touch it, it doesn't really dry down per se. You can feel it. It probably would not pass the hair test if you were to do that. Ultimately, I don't mind because I really do love how like radiant and balmy it looks. My number one highlight in general, but especially from Sephora, is going to be the Prada highlight. I have all three shades and they do not disappoint, guys. They do not disappoint. They are so gorgeous. And so when I tell you that those are my favorite highlighters in my collection, I hope you understand that that is a bold statement for me to make. They are so like skin-like. I don't want to say undetectable. That's not true. It just, it gives you like this natural radiance, you know. It will never let you down. It will always look stunning, okay? So there are 3 shades currently, and every single one of them are beautiful, but no regrets there. Love them. They are stunning. They do have kind of a spicy price tag, so if you are interested, I highly recommend getting it through the sale, and if possible, just get the refills for yourself and do what I do. Like, I get myself a magnetic palette. I got this one off of Amazon, and just like stick a little magnet on it. So if you can, highly recommend getting yourself a refill and just kind of making your own palette out of it. And you'll see, I'll show you later with the eyeshadows what I did there. I'm gonna put lips in their own category. So like lipstick, lip gloss, and lip liners. The Natasha Denona lip liners are absolutely amazing. I don't know what colors they have available at Sephora anymore, but if they have more than just her, I think it's like my favorite lip or whatever, the actual product, like the quality is amazing. It lasts hours and hours. It's like smooth, creamy. It doesn't tug on your lips. Huge shade selection, at least on her website. I'm not sure on the Sephora site what that shade selection looks like, but if they have any, definitely, like, these are beautiful. The Sephora collection lip liners, these are really good. These are, I feel, underrated, you know, or slept on, like, call it what you want. These deserve more recognition for sure. Kind of same deal, like very soft and creamy. I think these are waterproof, transfer proof is what it says. Soft, creamy, but lasts a long time. It's not the type of soft and creamy formula where it just wears off right after you like drink something, you know. These last. These are like impressive, especially for the price point. And I don't know if you guys know, but for the savings event, for the sale, everything from the Sephora collection is 30% off. And I'm pretty sure that goes for everybody, no matter what like tier you are. And then I love the Makeup by Mario lip liners. These are great. They're not as soft. They will maybe tug a little bit, just a little bit, but nothing that's like annoying or unbearable. I feel like it's worth it because it is really good quality, and I love this shade, Smoky Pink. This is my favorite shade of his. If you're looking for a good formula, Makeup by Mario is the way to go. As far as lip gloss goes, I forgot it in my drawer, but I have the Natasha Denona. I think it's like my dream. She has this whole like my dream lip liner, lipstick, and gloss, and I got all 3. They are gorgeous. I personally love that color, so her dream is my dream. Like, it works so well on me. I love it. That's a beautiful gloss. This is a great one too. This is the Forget the Filler from Lawless. Thick, but not sticky. I hope that makes sense. It's, to me, like that perfect level of viscosity. I don't want it to stick. I don't want it to get stringy when I'm talking. They last a really decent amount of time as well, considering it's a lip gloss. And they have a really good shade selection. I feel like they are fairly priced. So again, a great one to get on sale. Honestly, anything you want is great to get on sale, so worth it. Now, I don't know how to list this. Is this a lipstick? Is it a lip gloss? I have no idea. So this is the YSL Candy Glaze. I love this. I love this so much. And I've tried a couple of the shades. Listen, I'm just very picky when it comes to shades. I am so basic when it comes to this. I only get shade 02. That is like their clear. I just adore how it's not like actually clear. It's kind of like this milky tone. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. I keep one in my makeup drawer. I keep one in my bag, like my purse, at all times. I love this stuff so much, and it is, again, like thick enough. The viscosity is there so that it does have a longer wear time, but without being sticky. There is no stickiness to this at all. I've got a couple of these Merit lipsticks. I don't think that I have any of the matte ones, but the ones I do have, it's their signature lip, I think it says like lightweight lipstick. So these are the more glossy versions of their lipstick. Love these. Beautiful. My favorite shade is Baby, but so many of the shades are gorgeous. Love this formula. And the packaging, look at this packaging. It is so luxe and unique, right? Like this stands out in my collection. Like if I am looking for a Merit lipstick, I see it right away. I see it right away and I can grab it and go. Prada. Oh my God, Prada. So the Prada lipsticks come in two formulas. There's, I'm pretty sure, like the soft matte and ultra matte. I love both. I've got multiple shades in both formulas. If you have always wanted to have maybe a matte lipstick, but you hate the feeling of mattes, the soft matte formula is for you. Gorgeous. It's, I don't know, yes, it has like a matte finish, but it just does not feel like a matte. It doesn't feel dry at all. So the soft matte, gorgeous if you don't want any like frost or shine or anything like that. Stunning. And the wear time is great too. They're ultra matte. That's gonna be for the matte lover. You do have to appreciate a matte feeling on the lips, but I will say I don't think it's drying either. The pigment though, the pigmentation, oh my God, it's just like, it is there. It is there, it is gorgeous. I love these. I love the Prada lipsticks so much. The only problem I have with these is that they don't have like the name on the lipstick, which is really annoying because guess what? I don't know what lipstick I'm grabbing when, first of all, they all look the same. They all look like this. And then it just has a random number on the bottom. Like it'll be like 27 or something. You know what I mean? What am I gonna do with that? When you have like 11 different lipsticks, you're not gonna memorize the number with the color. I don't know, at least I'm not gonna. So anyway, little thing I did was I got these like little stickers from Amazon and I just write the name. So like this one is Alabaster. Come on, there we go. So anyway, I put a sticker on the bottom, I write out the name of it. Makes my life so much easier, okay? So take that little tip with you if you plan on getting these. The Natasha Denona lipsticks, these are stunning. I love this formula so much. They are incredibly creamy, pigmented, smooth. I feel like they are smoothing because of how creamy they are. I'm not sure what the shade range is anymore at Sephora. I feel like they used to have every single color. I know in Canada they don't even carry her anymore, so if you're Canadian, I am sorry. But even if all they have is like my dream lipstick from her, again, that color is stunning, it's gorgeous, I love it. So if you were interested, the Natasha Denona lipstick formula, gorgeous. And then I have the Makeup by Mario. I have both of the formulas. I've got one matte and one satin. They're both gorgeous. They really are. In the Ultra Suede formula, I have Erin, and it's just so pretty. Such a really like nice kind of neutral mauve shade. It goes great with smoky pink. Love it. And I've got a couple of the super satin ones. I think this one is Flatiron. Really creamy, wear time is great. Pretty much all of the lipsticks I'm showing you guys are easy to wear. They don't feel drying. They're, for the most part, pretty creamy, pigmented, other than that YSL Candy Glaze, but that's a little like somewhere in the middle, right? Is that a lipstick, a lip gloss? Like, I have no idea. Love it. But all the other ones are, I feel, very wearable and very worth it. All right, so eyeshadows. Before I forget to show you guys, I did the same thing with all of those Prada eyeshadows. So I buy all of the palettes specifically when they're on sale for 20% off, and I get them in the refills. So I just put that again in a magnetic palette and stick them in there. All right, eyeshadows. I love the little moon dust shadows from Urban Decay. I don't love all of the colors, but I really like this one, Lithium, and also, is it Space Cowboy? You know, the beige with the sparkles. Love these. They're so pretty. This is something that like you can apply with either your finger or a brush. Obviously a brush is gonna give like a more scattered, glittery effect, but these are so cute. Love them. These YSL eyeshadow palettes, they're gorgeous. I love these. I love the formula. I love the color stories. A lot of them are very wearable. They're typically not like scary, intimidating color stories, you know? They're, for the most part, more on the neutral side. And the formula is so velvety, kind of lightweight. There is a lot of pickup when you use your brush with it, so be prepared for that. But in my opinion, I think it's worth it. I think that the payoff, the end result is really beautiful. One thing, and I know I'm in the minority here, one thing that I don't like about these, and pretty much all of the YSL like eyeshadow palettes, their highlights, bronzers, all of that, is the packaging. And I know everybody loves this packaging. People love it so much, but I'm gonna tell you why I don't, okay? Is it just me? The answer is probably yes, but is it just me, or does this not remind you of like puffer winter coats from like the 1990s, right? Like those, when puff jackets first came out, like those quilted puffy coats. I hope I'm making sense right now. But like all of these just remind me of that. And I think also the Dior ones, I think Dior's kind of look like that too. I get that they're supposed to look very like chic and quilted like a purse, you know, but those are not the vibes I get from it at all. I definitely get more 1996 puffy coat vibes. But again, that's probably just me. The Patrick Ta eye duos that everybody loves to hate. I love these. I think they're really beautiful. I know everybody gets upset at them, but I'm not gonna not put it in here just because I know a lot of you guys have issues with it. I think it's beautiful. I'm very excited about the new shades that just came out. I definitely want to get my little grabby hands on a couple of them. I love it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I was so shocked by these this year. The Sephora collection eyeshadow palettes. I got a couple of these. I think I got like 3 different ones. So there's this one. There's a smaller one. I think it's not a quad. It's like a quint, I think. Amazing quality, especially for the price. I think this one I picked up for like $8. So if that's the case, if it is like $8, then you'd get this for 30% off of $8. Like I can't even. But I love these color stories, these like army greens, desaturated greens with some beiges. You can't beat that price. And the quality is beautiful. So it's just like, why not, you know? The Dior Backstage formula is really nice. I like this color story. This one is the Smoky Essentials. These are gorgeous. You've got a couple of mattes, you've got some shimmers, and I really like the shades. Like you have so many different options. You've got light options, medium, dark. There's some, like this is really cool, and then this is warm. So you just have a good mix of options in there. The Danessa Myricks, her new like color foil stick duos, these are beautiful. I love them, I really do. There's like a shade that I want that of course is not at Sephora. It's only available on her website, but everything else I'm pretty sure is available on the Sephora site. They're gorgeous. They stay on me all day. They don't crease. I love sparkle. I love glitter and shimmer. So they are just perfect for me. I love them. So in my eyes, these are completely worth it. I feel like this has really mixed reviews too. The Armani liquid eye tints. This is like one of the quickest, easiest smoky eyes I can do. Like, so easy, so quick. You just put a couple of dots on and blend it out and you're good to go. I have this in quite a few different shades and I love all of them. They are just quick and easy, which I think a lot of us want. So if quick and easy is what you want, then I highly recommend the Armani Eye Tints. Beautiful. Oh, and I almost forgot. How did I almost forget this? Pretty much any of the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes. Basically, choose your color story, but the formula of every single one of these are gorgeous. I have a stupid amount of her palettes, the eyeshadow palettes, and every single one of them are beautiful. There's a couple I don't have just because the color stories are not what I want, but the quality is there. The product is amazing. You get so many different options in here. You really can't go wrong. I mean, she's got cool tones, warm tone, matte, satin, shimmer, sparkle, whatever you want, she's got it. They're amazing. Now I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the lips, but with the eyes. So I'm gonna do like mascara, eyeliner. I'm gonna do that together. So mascara, my favorite mascara that you could get at Sephora is the YSL Lash Clash. This is drama, this is volume, this is big, okay? Like even the brush is huge. I love this stuff. When I want maximum drama in my eyelashes, this is what I go for, and I'm never upset by it. If you want a really kind of fluffy, more natural mascara, my recommendation would be the Rare Beauty. I don't think there's like a name for it other than just like Rare Beauty mascara. So I just have it in black. If I can, I always personally like to pick up travel sizes of mascaras. And here's the reason. It's because mascara goes bad pretty quick. Not necessarily it goes bad per se. I guess what I should say is you should not use it anymore after a certain amount of time. Definitely not after 3 months, because you're constantly putting it on your eyes and there is just like so much bacteria there and it builds up inside of the mascara tube. So you really want to like throw it away definitely by month 3. And a lot of times when you have a large like tube of mascara, it's kind of a waste. You're not going to use up all of that mascara in 3 months. So whenever it's an option, I always get the travel size. And I just saw that now they're offering travel sizes of the YSL one. So I am very excited about that. My 2 favorite eyeliners from Sephora are actually both from the Sephora collection. So if you watch my content, you know that I use the Tiramisu shade from the Sephora collection pretty much every day of my life. I use this on my upper waterline almost all the time. I love this. I always get backups for myself because I know I'm gonna go through it and use it up. And then they just came out with these like chromatic ones from the Sephora collection. These are the colorful special effects. They're also waterproof. And I got this in like the red shade, but they have, I think, 3 other shades and I want to get them all, but unfortunately this really sucks, but during the Sephora sale, as of right now, they are sold out. So I'm including this in the video because I'm hoping that they will be back in stock at some point before the sale event ends. Very, very similar if you're familiar with the Kaleidos ones. So fun and gorgeous. They just kind of spice up your eye look in such a beautiful way. As much as I love my brow products, I don't really use a lot from Sephora. Although I did just place my Sephora order, probably one of a few, and I did get like a brown marker, so that might end up being in my favorites, but I don't have it yet. So as of right now, these are my favorites. But the only brow product I have that is an absolute favorite is the 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. I use this every single day of my life. I fill my brows in and then I brush this on. I love it. I'm not gonna say I have the most unruly brow hairs ever, but I feel like, you know, they do what they do, and this just helps them stay in place. Like, this really is like gel for your brows, but they don't feel crunchy. You know what I mean? You know how some brow gels make you feel crunchy on the hair? Like, it doesn't feel like that. So perfection for me. Makeup brushes. So I love makeup brushes, and I have a stupid amount. However, most of them are not from Sephora. So I picked 3 out of my collection that you can get from Sephora that I adore. I love them so much. And the funny thing too is that all 3 of them I just accumulated this past year. So they are more new to my collection, but I am so happy that I have them in my collection now. I adore them. So my absolute favorite out of the 3 is the Makeup by Mario F4 brush. Now I get it, a lot of people are not into like dual-ended brushes. I don't love it, I don't hate it, I'm indifferent to dual-ended brushes, it's whatever. But in this case, I love it, and I'm gonna tell you why. This larger side of the brush right here, this is what I use for my foundation. And then once you have it on your face, you could go in with this side, the smaller side. So look, like you'll put your foundation on, go in with the smaller side and like no product on it, and just really like press that foundation in. It's gonna make sure that everything is blended so well. You're not gonna have patchiness. You're not gonna have over application of your foundation. So if it's looking streaky, that's because you put too much foundation on. So you can do a little damage control with this end of the brush and just kind of tap away, and it's gonna take away that excess. I love this brush. However, you don't have to use it just for foundation. This is such a great multi-use brush. You could use this with cream blushes. You could use this, I mean, pretty much with anything that's creamy, right? Like you could use this brush with, I would say cream blush, bronzer, highlight, and your foundation. Boom. Like, it is such a great multi-use tool to have in your collection. Love it so much. Now, back earlier when I was telling you guys about that NARS matte concealer, the one that's in the pot, I use this brush with it from NARS. It's a little dirty. Sorry, I just used it today. I love this. I think it is brush number 10. That's what it says. And it's like this little tiny fluffy angled brush, and it just fits right into that pot of concealer, and it just brushes it on so beautifully right under the eyes. And it's like so soft and fluffy of a brush that it doesn't like drag. It doesn't apply too much product. It's not gonna over apply. And I like knowing that I could kind of blend out around my nose if I want. Just makes it a little easier. So I really love this things. This is another great multi-use product. You could absolutely use this like with some highlight up here. You could even use this for eyeshadow, honestly. Like, yeah, I love brushes that are multi-use. Another brush that is also very multi-use is this one from Hourglass. I really like this. I don't know why I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but I really do. This is their brush number 15, and I'm pretty sure this is labeled as a blush brush. So even though this is technically, you know, labeled as a blush brush, I actually really enjoy using this for my foundation, and also like those Westman Atelier bronzing drops. So pretty much like another one, any cream product. Like you could use this with your creamy or liquid like blush, bronzer, highlight, and foundation. So I love that the 3 brushes I showed to you guys today, they're all multi-use. So I just love when you could do that, and you could really get like bang for your buck, get a lot out of your brush. Setting sprays. So my absolute favorite is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is her original one. It's not her new matte formula. Don't even talk to me about that. That formula is dead to me. That formula, I do not recommend it if you are any other than incredibly oily. Like if you are anything other than on the oily side, do not get that. Don't even attempt it, okay? Don't. Unless you want to look like the Crypt Keeper, you know? But this one, beautiful, sets my makeup all day, gives kind of a luminous finish, but not as luminous as this one right here from One Size. This is their Powder Melt Setting Spray. I love this formula for whenever I'm wearing more of a powdery finish look. So anytime I use like a powder foundation, or if I'm using a lot of powder, like finishing powder, I love this. This saves the day. Like it just really does what it says. It really does like melt that powder. It just makes it look so good, you know? Only thing is, this is more of a kind of glaze-ish finish, you know? So I would suggest that if you are to use this, just going in with a little bit of setting powder, just like right here and here, you know, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really want this T-zone to be shiny. So I love these though. These are my absolute favorite setting sprays ever. And right now, it looks like they're sold out of this. However, if they know what's good for them, Sephora, if you know what's good for you, you need to make this available for the sale. Otherwise, I think people are gonna revolt and riot. Okay guys, I have one hair care product in here. It's my K18. I love this product so much. If you are worried about your hair being damaged, you just put this on. It's like a leave-in treatment. You just don't want to use conditioner. So just wash your hair with shampoo, and then afterwards you're gonna put this in and leave it on. And it is amazing. You think Olaplex is good? This like just blows Olaplex out of the water, okay? This is great. Use this if you have hair damage. Skincare. I completely forgot it upstairs, but the one sunscreen that I do love from Sephora is the Isdin formula. However, that does leave a white cast, so that's not gonna be everyone's favorite. But it's my favorite from Sephora. Not my favorite sunscreen ever, but specifically from Sephora, that's my favorite. As far as other skincare goes, I hate that I love these. I hate that I love them. But the Rhode, it's their Glazing Milky Toner, and then their Barrier Butter Cream. Oh, I had that backwards. The Barrier Butter Cream. These are absolutely amazing. I do love the Milky Toner, the Glazing Milk, but if I had to pick one, for me, it's gonna be this Barrier Butter. This saves my ass every single time, because I use a lot of actives in my skin and I already am like typically dry. So with like my tretinoin and all my other actives in my skincare routine, this is the thickest, most luscious like butter for my skin. It truly is. And I am so happy Sephora carries it now so that I can get it while it's on sale twice a year. Amazing. Now this is very, very thick, this formula. So if you don't like the feeling of thick creams on your skin, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you are a dry skin person, if you are a dry skin girly and you are suffering, this is for you. I highly recommend it. I love it. I use this pretty much every single night after my tretinoin, like right before I go to bed. This is typically not going to be something you use during the day just because of how thick it is, but I love it right before bed. Amazing. Bath and Body. So my absolute favorite from Sephora, hands down, is the body products from L'Occitane. Oh my God. So their almond line, Amande. Oh, I love this stuff. I love this stuff so much. I have a refill for this and I just like will put it in here in this bottle to save space in my shower. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. The scent of this, it's like clean, but like sophisticated. It's just so yummy without being overly gourmand. Like it's not super sweet. I love this stuff. I love it so much. I have the shower oil that I use. You use this while you're in the shower. And then after the shower, they have their body oil. And this is a spray bottle, but they do have other bottles that are just like you just pour it out into your hands. So this is, I think it's just the larger size that has the spritzer that you could use. I love this stuff. I love it so much. I've read in some reviews that, this is so weird, I've read some people say that they think it smells like wet dog. I wish that my dogs smelled like L'Occitane when they were wet. Okay? Like, I wish, all right? They don't. I don't get that from this at all. I do not get a wet dog vibe from these at all. But it is gorgeous. I need to move on, but gorgeous, gorgeous scent. And the product is actually really good too. Very moisturizing. Love it. All right, guys, we're on the home stretch right now, okay? So last is going to be perfumes. I feel like I need to preface with the type of perfumes that I typically like are definitely more like masculine and niche leaning. And Sephora doesn't really specialize in like niche things. I feel like they're dipping their toes into that a little bit more, but right now they're not so much. So I'm going to show you my favorites from Sephora. These are the most girly fragrances I have in my collection. So I felt like I needed to explain myself. I don't know why. One of my absolute favorites though is from Commodity. It is their Gold Plus formula. I don't have the time to go through all the notes and everything like that, but please, if you are interested, look these up. They are just gorgeous. This is my favorite one from this brand, Commodity. I feel like the prices are pretty fair, honestly, especially for like this size bottle. It's huge. I think this has already lasted me like 2 years, and I'm like halfway done with it. So impressive. Love the way it smells. It's a very cozy scent. Vanilla, but not in a gourmand way. It's not like a super sweet vanilla. It's really beautiful. Just cozy and comforting. Love it. Replica by the Fireplace. This is another really cozy, like winter fragrance. You really do feel like you're by the fireplace. Like it just smells, it's just comforting, you know? It's like a nice warm cozy blanket you put on when you're cold, and it's really nice. It's really pretty. I have just recently gotten into this brand Dead Cool. I was just, listen, I was being a little judgmental, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting Dead Cool to just be another like Instagram type of, you know, like where it's blowing up, everybody's like, oh my god, Dead Cool, and it's like meant for teenagers. Whatever, I somehow, I can't remember how I came across it. I think I got a sample somewhere, and I was impressed. So I really like their fragrance. It's called Taunt. This one is really pretty, more girly than what I'm typically used to, but I still appreciate it. It's really, really pretty. And then they have this one, Milk. So they have Milk, and I think they have like Extra Milk or Milk Extreme or something like that. Anyway, this is really nice. It's like a layering scent. So you could layer this on top of whatever you want. It's subtle, it's soft, but it adds a little something, you know? Glossier, unexpectedly, like, what? I smelled the original Glossier one, Glossier U, and it was like, it was okay. I bought a bottle of it at the time. I was more impressed by the solid perfume. It's like in a little compact, and that blew me away. Not the scent itself, but the quality of the product. Like, I would put solid perfume on my wrist, I would smell like Glossier U all day. I mean, I don't want to smell like that anymore, but I really wish that they would make that solid perfume for these scents. So this is their newest, I think, their newest one, Fleur. And I don't know what it is about this that I really like. I really enjoy it though. Yeah, it's kind of girly, but not overly so. It's not ultra feminine, you know? I would say it's more feminine leaning than unisex, but you know, I mean, this is all subjective anyway. Now, this one, I think it's like Glossier Dew. This one smells so clean. It just smells so clean and fresh. And I've heard people say that it kind of reminds them a little bit of Santal 33 from Le Labo. I don't get that. I understand the sandalwood reference, right? Like, yeah, there's sandalwood in this, but I don't think it's anything like Santal 33 at all. So if that's what you're hoping for, I would just go in store and smell it and make sure you like it, because it doesn't give me Santal vibes. My husband does not like when I wear this though. He has the weirdest thing where he associates sandalwood specific with pickles, okay? He smells pickles, and it's become this like running joke in our house that whenever I have something with sandalwood in it, he's started calling it picklewood, and he'll be like, "Are you wearing picklewood? It smells like pickles in here." And so anytime there's sandalwood involved, it has become picklewood. So anyway, my other Glossier one that I like, and this is probably the most gourmand thing I have in my fragrance collection. I forget the name of it, but it's this one. It's their like purpley red bottle. And it is kind of sweet. It is kind of sweet, but it's not like overtly so. Like I don't smell like a bakery, much to my husband's dismay. Like, he wants me to smell like a bakery. This is sweet without smelling like dessert, if that makes sense. I like it. Two other girly fragrances that I have that I do like are the YSL Lieb. I think I have the regular Lieb and then also the Lieb EDP. So this one has more of a saffron note to it. So I do like this one more than the regular one. This one is more like, I think it's like orange blossom, lavender leaning. This has it in it as well, but it does have this like sultriness kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but that saffron really does something for it, you know? And then the more masculine, very earthy scent that I have from Sephora that I personally really like is Stag from The Maker. And this is like straight up Palo Santo, like wood, earthiness. I really enjoy this, but it is not for the faint of heart. So if you are not looking for something earthy, woody, or strong, okay, this packs a punch, let me tell you. Like, I put 1 spritz of this on my wrist the other day, just one, to kind of like remind myself of what it smells like. It was like, my arm smelled like it until the next day. Like, I had to wash it off. I wasn't mad about it, but just to let you know, it packs a punch. It will stay on you for as long as you let it. Okay, guys, that was a lot. Okay, so those are my Sephora recommendations. And then I have stuff on the way that I just ordered from the sale, from the savings event. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a bunch of new favorites. So if you guys want me to do like a Sephora haul video, please let me know. I'm kind of on the fence about it because I personally get so excited about makeup and everything, but I also worry, like, I don't want it to come across as like I am coming on YouTube and boasting about what I just bought. It's more just like excitement. Like, hey guys, I'm really excited about this and I want to share my excitement with you. It's like mostly that, and then a little bit of, hey, if you were interested in this, I love it. And these are my thoughts and opinions on it. So let me know if you would want a video with my new products that I just ordered, a haul. So yeah, let me know. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope that this was helpful. Now I need some caffeine. All right, guys, bye. I'll see you next time.